to welcome Band Means 666 to our show today. We were just talking about him not wanting to show his work until it was 100%, uh, which was a perfect transition because we're going to play a little, it's not really a game, but we're just going to go through all of our favorite music memes and we're just going to dissect them for 3 minutes each. And please leave us your comments if you agree or disagree with some of our opinions.
I think Omnia is gonna send the first meme. Oh, there it
Oh, okay,
is.
cool.
So this meme was made by somebody who's not even a memer. He's just a musician. And I think that's like one of the only memes he's ever made.
It says, "Don't show off your unfinished project in a desperate attempt for validation. Work on finishing it. Show everyone you know." Oh my god.
Yeah, I
This is
definitely
a great
relate to
meme
this.
for somebody who's never made a meme before, you know? Even for somebody who's been making memes, I love this meme.
Yeah, it's very relatable. I feel like every memer must do this because I feel like people who get into making memes, like it must have to do with the instantaneous gratification of like how long it takes to make a meme versus the number of notifications from social media that you get from posting it.
Oh yeah, refreshing the notifications like a, like a little psycho.
Dave, are you like, I can't relate to this. I'll never show
No,
everyone.
I totally relate to it.
I
Like
bet
I
you
have
get
this
mad
habit.
notifications.
Well, I have this habit, like just as a musician, like I'll like record demos myself and then like it'll be like really half baked and I'll send it to like a bunch of people and then write like the next part like right after. And then I'll be like, "Oh, well, why didn't I just like wait a little bit longer to like send it around to everyone?" That's also like a huge thing with musicians, I think, is like there's a lot of like talk and like planning and like you like celebrate before the job's done, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, and sometimes you just really got to send it to people before you decide you're never going to show it to anybody.
Yeah, it's true.
I feel like it makes sense for music because like I don't know, like even within a song that I really like, it's not like every single part of it is perfect. Usually there's just like a few parts in it that I really like, but I listen to the whole song to listen to those few parts, right? So I don't know, it makes sense to me to just show someone a snippet and that's like enough.
Now, if you show somebody a snippet and they don't react, does it discourage you from continuing to work on it?
It depends on who it is.
True.
Yeah, I've like learned certain people like not to bounce ideas off of because I don't like their feedback or I feel like they like take like the opportunity to like give me feedback for like the wrong reasons.
Oh my god, that's so relatable. There's definitely, I mean, it's like they don't necessarily have bad intentions, but some people just like they are not good at giving constructive feedback.
Yeah.
Do you feel like as a musician, you're somebody who I guess like how seriously do you take feedback from others? Like do you tend to listen to it or are you just like whatever I think is the most important?
Um it's usually like totally dependent on like the type of person that it is and like also their creative output. Like how productive someone else is like will dictate the weight of their opinion for me.
That makes sense. I'm gonna go ahead because I need to talk to Dave about this. We had a conversation about it before, but the whole mastering versus mixing. I love this meme. It's so on point. When someone tells me they're gonna mix their album themselves, and then the reaction is you're either very smart or incredibly stupid because literally that's what it like. That's the exact
Oh
reaction.
my god.
I don't know if they're a genius or if they just don't care about their music.
Yeah, that kind of goes back to like the point I was making about the last meme. Like it totally depends on like their know-how. like I could be like very impressed that like someone like did everything themselves, or I could measure like I could equate that as like a huge mistake on their part to like grab the reins, you know what I mean? Like certain creative control shouldn't be taken by everyone.
Some things have to be left to people who understand what mastering even is.
Yeah, just let a professional or a friend with more know-how like take the wheel.
I have a question. When you say mix the album themselves, does that just mean like you're gonna produce every song yourself, or you're gonna master it yourself too?
Um, yeah, I mean, I think like mixing is definitely a skill, especially dependent on like how many instruments you have going on. So I think in a band setting, like a mix would take, like I'm a little more intimidated about it. I've gotten more comfortable like since I made this meme like a pretty long time ago. Uh, and I feel more comfortable, and also like I feel more comfortable just making mistakes. But yeah, I mean, like sometimes it's just better to like rely on a friend that knows more than you than to take the reins yourself.
What's the hardest instrument to mix?
Hmm. I mean, probably just drums, dependent on how many mics you have going on there. Like
Oh,
some
drummers
people use
always have
like,
all the mics.
yeah.
I'm like, I make electronic music, so
Oh
it's
yeah, I
like,
bet that's way different.
Yeah, I think so.
but I'm still incredibly stupid for trying to mix an album myself, though. I can guarantee that. I just found out that there's software that's just for mastering.
Oh yeah, totally.
I don't know who made this, but somebody give them a medal.
Oh my god, the sound that's like
Yeah.
that song is so good. That sounds so good that no one talks about how good it is.
I used to be obsessed with it at some point. My favorite song by them now is On Melancholy Hill. I learned it on the keys.
Are you
Uh,
guys Gorillaz fans?
um,
I was apprehensive, but I learned to love them like I think after their first album.
I wouldn't say I'm a super fan, but I like most of their popular songs.
Yeah, I saw a similar meme that was like this, and it was like, "Oh, do you know the lyrics to Feel Good Inc?" And then the picture was just someone laughing.
I mean, it's brilliant. I think this meme could have a few versions and still be okay. Have y'all watched the latest seasons of It's Always Sunny?
Unfortunately, no, but that show is good.
I have not. Actually only seen one episode of that show, which I know
Seriously?
is yeah, I know.
I feel like we like all the same shows. I think you would like it.
It was funny. I did like cuz I'm a big 30 Rock fan and my
Mhm.
friend is a big fan of It's Always Sunny. And one day we got really stoned and we were like, okay, like he'd never seen 30 Rock and I'd never seen It's Always Sunny, so he was like, okay, like you show me your favorite 30 Rock episode and I'll show you my favorite It's Always Sunny episode. And it went really well. I thought the episode was really funny.
Which
I just
one?
like never picked up on it. It was Who Got D Pregnant?
Oh yeah. Oh, there's a lot of backstories for that one, so it says something that you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I showed him the MILF Island episode of 30 Rock.
Oh, with the lady that's supposed to be Omarosa.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know that connection, but I always thought that episode was really funny for
Oh, yeah,
like
that's
reasons
brilliant
beyond the
though.
show, the MILF Island show. Like the part where he's like stuttering is so genius. I thought it was so funny.
That show has like a strong neoliberal vibe to it, but I can appreciate the comedy. She's a brilliant writer.
Uh, I think I rewatched like a bunch of episodes during quarantine, and like I was like, wow, this would never fly now.
It's like the whole thing with like standing politicians and like having them on there. It's like annoying.
Life before cancel culture.
I would marry cancel culture.
I already did. Next meme.
I died when I first saw this meme.
Cry me a river. That song is so good, by the way.
Yeah, it's really good. But first of all, this is a real place. I don't know who found it.
Yeah,
There's
also
no way.
speaking,
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, speaking of cancel culture, I think Justin just got canceled, didn't he?
What did he do?
Justin Bieber?
That's just
Justin
in Timberlake.
Timberlake.
Oh!
It's like this. Did you guys not watch the Britney Spears thing? Like, I don't even remember what it was on,
Oh,
but
I mean,
No,
they
what
just had a bad breakup. I don't think he should be canceled for any of that.
no, I'm not saying. I mean, I'm not
Oh, I
saying he
didn't see
should be
the thing, by the
canceled.
way.
I'm saying he kind of was canceled.
Wait, what happened?
Basically, like all this, like all the ways that like he mistreated Britney came out, and like everyone's like super pissed at him. I don't know. I watched it like a month ago, and it made me really mad at Justin Timberlake. He made some like Instagram apology. I'm surprised you guys don't know about it.
So, what was the worst thing he did?
Well, she was just like, okay, let's keep this private, and like, and then he just made that music video, "Cry Me a River," where like he strongly
Great
insinuated
song.
that she like cheated on him, and like he like played the victim card when like none of it is true.
Oh, none of it was true. I guess you never. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. He was heartbroken. He was like, I don't know.
Yeah, he also did like a bunch of interviews, and she was like, "Can we just keep this between us? Like we just broke up. Like you don't really have to like go publicly and like do all these interviews and
Mm.
stuff." And he just did it anyway.
Yeah, he was trying to get people on his side.
I feel like people were always accusing him of like, oh, he got famous by dating a bunch of famous women.
I don't know. I don't really care about Justin Timberlake, but I guess no, he got famous because he's Justin Timberlake. I don't even know why I'm defending
Yeah,
him right
he was in NSYNC.
now.
That's true, but like none of the other members of NSYNC are still famous.
Yeah, that's true. But he was the N of NSYNC.
Wait, really? They had like a letter for each member?
Yeah. Why am I the one that's explaining all of these?
I was a Backstreet
It's
Boys
like
fan.
it's like the NSYNC is like it's like from the end of their first names, I think. Like the last letter of each of their first names is like
Oh,
part of NSYNC.
well, that worked out for them. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
All right. So I put this meme here, but I don't really like.
Yes.
What is this supposed to mean? Like, is he actually?
Well, let me just I mean, there's just like a certain like thing about noise shows where like everything is kind of like shitty. It's usually taking place in like a DIY space. And I guess like the joke is that like the venue is just like disrespected. But the image is from the Blair Witch Project.
Oh, okay. Now
Yeah,
that's funny.
it's from like the climax of the Blair Witch Project.
Okay, now that's funny. Okay, I'm glad I sent it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a deeper
Mhm.
you
No,
kind of
I
have to like
totally
know
get it
some
now.
shit.
Okay. I really hope people don't actually piss inside. That's so disrespectful.
No, no, I don't think anyone actually does that. But like, I mean, I've done some stuff. Like, I remember going to a concert, like it was like punk show at a DIY space, and for some reason, I have no idea why, but like me and my friends all like left our jackets in a pile in the men's bathroom,
Oh
which
no.
made no sense. Like I was in high school, and luckily all our stuff was fine, but like uh Yeah, I don't know. People do stupid, like reckless shit at like DIY shows, and this just reminded me of that, like back in the day.
Yeah, well, no, I don't know. For some reason, when you told me it's part of the Blair Witch Project, it just clicked with me. I
Yeah.
totally get it now.
I feel like
It's brilliant.
noise shows like get memed so much. It's like I feel like most of the people who make memes about noise shows don't even go to noise shows. Like it's just become code for like let's make fun of people who do DIY music.
All right, we're gonna have to talk about noise shows. After our last conversation, I went and just typed noise music. Um, I don't know. I didn't like what I heard from the first few ones, but okay, this is actually a good segue because it literally sounds like a blender.
Yeah, this one's a classic. It was funny. Someone sent me should we describe the meme?
We can.
Uh,
This has a lot of text.
mhm.
Holiday gift guide, noise musician, pet rat found in a musical instrument, but it's a blender. Singular handmade dangly earring of an animal bone you found on some railroad tracks. I'm almost completely sure that is Joelle's own image because she used to have a
Oh my god.
clothing line of objects that she found on the railroad tracks. Um, Forgiveness for fucking like three of your friends when you fake broke up for a week. On second thought, they probably have like 16 of these, literally anything of this pattern. Those cigarette coupons that keep coming in the mail for somebody else that you have saved in a pile for some reason.
You can just tell she lived this life. It's very
Yes,
detailed.
she's very versed in the culture.
Yeah.
This like really big in Philly.
Someone sent me a picture of their like recording setup, and they're like a noise musician. Someone sent it to me today. And it was literally a leaf blower with a mic sticking into it.
I think that's so cool. I recently, well, not recently, like a few months ago, I bought like a rim, like a Jeep tire rim to use as a drum. And it's like it sounds sick, but I can't find anything that I can consistently use as a drumstick that won't like break.
So wait, so then you would use that to make noise music? Because that's just being resourceful. It's not.
Yeah, I guess I feel like the thing about noise music is like it's not really a genre that can be defined because I feel like people just start calling music noise when it stops sounding good to them. But it's like, you could
That
say
makes
anything
sense.
is noise. It's like
That makes sense. Well, okay, so the ones I heard, um, they just all kind of sounded dubstepy.
oh, that's interesting. Have you ever heard clowncore? Either of y'all?
I have
Uh,
not.
I think I
I'm gonna
have,
look
and
it up
it's
though.
kind of dubstepy, right?
It's like I don't it's like they play I found out about them cuz they did like an Adult Swim feature where they're playing music inside of a porta pot. Like there's these two guys dressed in clown outfits and they're both sitting in this porta potty like cramped as hell, but they have like drums, keyboards and stuff in there and they're just playing music and it's like it's very chaotic, but one of the guys he like plays a soprano saxophone and he's so good. Like I guess he has like a jazz background or something, but it sounds like he's so skilled. And I don't know, to me, the music sounds good, but it's very chaotic. It's like a good intro to that kind of genre.
Is the porta potty, is that part of the deal of clowncore?
It's not always I think they constantly do shows in like or performances in like a weird space like inside a van or something like they'll be in a small space
Ah,
but it's not always the porta
interesting.
potty.
It's for the acoustics.
Yeah, it sounds good for sure.
Check it out. Okay, we gotta do another meme.
Yes, sorry for my clown core tangent.
No, that was very interesting. Glad I asked. I was so attacked by this meme.
The pentatonic scale exists. Eighth graders who play guitar. It's free real estate.
It's
Okay,
literally all you need, though.
wait, I don't play guitar, so I'm gonna need someone to explain this one to me.
Well, I mean, Dave would probably. It's just basically a scale of 5 notes that sound really good together, and you just need to know like three or four, and you can make unlimited music. and it just sounds really good together, and it's easy to play.
That's
Yeah,
really
it's just like
cool.
the most basic scale that I think
Don't call
everyone
it
learns first.
basic. It's
It's pretty
simple.
basic.
It's simple, but
I'm
it's
just being
beautiful.
real.
Okay, okay, that's fine. See, we did feud. I don't know. I don't think it's basic. I think it's what is it? Minimalistic
Well, I
and
mean, let me put it
versatile.
this way. If you're playing the pentatonic scale with your left hand, it's like the next note is like where the next your third finger would fall.
I don't see the problem with that.
No, there's no problem.
That's actually a pro. But yeah, I guess I'm talking to a real musician now. So on the piano, it's super easy too. I never played guitar, but on the piano, it's a dream.
I'm just looking at this like, how do I learn this skill on guitar so I can start fake playing guitar? Dave, you're a guitar player, right?
Yeah.
How long have you been playing for?
Oh my God, way too long. I started with classical guitar actually, when I was like really young, and then I convinced my mom to allow like the same classical guitar teacher to like teach me electric guitar. But I think I was in like grade like 4 or 5 when I started.
What was the first cover you learned?
The first song, like rock song that I learned was Brain Stew by Green Day.
Okay.
Did you learn that from the teacher or did you teach yourself?
The teacher taught me that.
That's a cool teacher.
Right?
Yeah, he was pretty cool, honestly. He used to give me like discounted records and stuff like that, and like yeah, I don't know. He's a good guy.
Hey, that's my meme.
That's Cindy's meme. That's not good art because girls like it. How true is this? Anything that like a lot of like girly girls get excited about is automatically stupid.
It's so true. And it's like there are some things that girls get excited about that actually is stupid, but it's like it's not like one for one, you know?
Stupider than going hunting? Of course not. Like I feel like the stupid things girls get attached to are so harmless compared to the stupid things that guys get excited about.
That's true. I saw a tweet today that was like, why are girls the ones that are demonized for being crazed fans of musicians? Have you seen the way that boys will defend their favorite rapper? I guess like there's delusional people like everywhere, you know, but this is especially true for music, I think. Like a lot of artists who are more pop who if like as soon as an artist gets a fan base that consists of a lot of teenage girls, like they stop being taken seriously. I put in this meme like in the top right. It says like it's like a Brockhampton album and like the 1975 album. I'm like, I don't actually think that either of those are that good, but I feel like they're more made fun of because like a lot of their fan base is like teenage girls.
I have no reason for hating Tool, honestly. And to be 100% honest, I don't think I've ever heard a single song by them. Yet I feel like roasting them every time their name comes up. I love this because it escalated very quickly. Like it didn't need to escalate like that. Oh, you're a Tool fan? Name 5 tools I can use to fix my parents' marriage. I didn't see it going this way.
This is really good.
I know. Dave, why do you think people hate Tool so much without ever hearing a single song by them?
Well, I think it's because hmm.
I feel like the problem is less so with the band and more so with the fan base. There are a lot of racists in that fan base.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't think I used to be a Tool fan in high school. I don't think that their music or lyrics are like inherently racist at all. I think it's more that the music the way that the fans describe the music and why you should like their music is like always like from a technical standpoint. Like they're like,
Progressive
oh,
is the
like
word they use.
yeah, like
It progresses. Okay, so does
yeah,
life.
like all their music is like they'll probably tell you like they have an album that's recorded to like the Fibonacci sequence. It's like this like I mean, you
Wait, is
guys know
there?
what the Fibonacci. Yeah, yeah, they have an album that's like set to that.
Wait, that's
And
kind of
like
cool.
but like once you start say like if you show someone some music and they don't like it and then you immediately are like no like this is why you should like it. It's like this deeper like thing that you're like not hearing that like you need to know outside of the music, you know what I mean? And then it
They want
like
you to
goes
understand. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And you want like they want the person to like see all the reasons why like they like it, and if they don't get it like then the more polarizing the music is, the harder it is to turn on new fans, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I have no reason to hate them. I've made a few memes about hating Tool, and I guess I'm announcing now that I've never heard a single song by them. I'm such a poser.
They're so like I feel like Tool is one of the most mentioned bands within memes.
I think it's their name too, like Tool. Like,
Yeah, there's so many puns you could make with it. Like, you're a
yeah,
Tool fan? You must be a Tool.
it's so, yeah, it's right there. Yeah. So, right now, I think we're going to move on to our next segment. Basically, I'm going to ask Cindy and Dave to backtrack one of their memes that they made and tell us how they made it, their thought process, why they chose the characters they chose. Okay, who wants to go first, y'all?
Dave.
I'll go first.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. I chose this one because I felt like it was a little too specific. So I want to hear the story behind it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I just think that there was this mentality that I had and a lot of people had, a lot of musicians had, that like okay, it was like I finally have like time to just work on like my music and like get all this done. And then once like the reality like set in of like quarantine and like being like isolated, uh it was a lot harder to be creative. And you know, there were all these like pretty simple steps that like people could have taken just to like progress as a musician, and like I found myself playing like less and less music as it went on. And you know like yeah, like everything like just seemed kind of lame as well. Like the live stream sets I couldn't really like get into. A lot of my friends in bands were doing that and I just like didn't see myself doing that. uh
There's a lot of anxiety during that time too. Everybody was just, am I
yeah,
gonna
totally.
die? Is my family gonna die? You know, like
I
nobody
ended up
really.
just reverting to this like okay, like just take care of yourself and like make sure like I'm like getting like the basics done every day, and like be like if I'm creative on top of that then great.
You've been pretty consistent on Instagram, so that's one thing. Even if you haven't done your music,
Oh yeah.
you
Well,
kept up with Instagram.
uh yeah, I've kind of felt the need to do that just because like I lost my job at the beginning of quarantine. So I was like, okay, I better get to work like trying to sell some merch through the shop and like get these like um what's it called? Like uh promotion posts going. So yeah, I've definitely like turned to like hustling on Instagram a bit during quarantine.
Well, I kind of want to
Pardon?
ask you about, did you make this template? Because I think I haven't seen it anywhere
No, I
else. The one with the long leg.
no, I didn't make it. I think I sent
Oh.
you maybe I sent you one that I did make where he's like turning away from the staircase.
No, I think this is the one you sent me because I tried to find it everywhere. And finally I just DM'd you. Um,
I did not make this. I think it came from, I think actually, like, I saw it on the Reddit page that you told me about.
I love this. Like, I love this nuclear option meme template. I've been trying to use it for something, but it just nothing is hitting. One day, Cindy, do you want to go next?
Sure.
All right. I think this is probably my favorite meme by you. No, it's like top two, top three, and I just love how simple and to the point it is. Art doesn't have to be edgy to be meaningful.
Well, I guess thanks for liking this one. I like this too. I guess I feel like it's very literal. It's exactly what it says. But I feel like this like wouldn't hit as hard now, but like this was from like 2018 or something,
Yeah,
right? It's like back
I
then, I
remember
feel
it
like
hitting. I remember it hitting really hard. That's why I remembered it today. Because yeah, it was needed at the time for sure.
yeah, it was like during a time when everyone online, it's like people were doing like the edginess Olympics on Instagram. And it's like, all right, y'all, like, especially in meme pages, you know how people try to like compete over how much trauma they have to try to get likes? I'm like, all right, y'all, like, I thought we were in this to support each other and shit, not like shame people for not having enough trauma.
Oh, yeah, the whole Olympics thing. Yeah.
Uh, but I guess I feel like now because of COVID, like, you know how people got into at the beginning of COVID, people got into like baking their own bread and stuff. I feel like because people could no longer be picky about what they do because you just have to stay inside all the time. So it started becoming normal to like do non-edgy things.
Yeah, it is. Like, I think earnestness has become uh, more accepted, I guess. You're right. People just want to live their lives and be happy. And I love your font choice, your color, and then your shadows. You know how I work so hard on my shadows?
Oh my gosh. Actually, this meme, I didn't make it in it wasn't made in Photoshop. It was made in Fonto app on my phone.
You did this with Fonto?
Yeah. It's like if
Wow.
you pay Fonto, if you pay 99 cents, you get like the 3D text feature where you can warp the text to make it look 3D.
Oh. I bet that's only on iPhone because it didn't show me that.
Shit, yeah, maybe it's only on iPhone. That sucks.
But yeah, their shadow on their like free version. Oh my gosh, it's useless. This looks really great. Why
Thanks.
did you choose this Pokemon guy?
Honestly, I can't remember. Like at that time, I think I just had it like the picture of Pikachu saved to my phone because during that time I was really into finding pictures of like in 64 era graphics
Mm.
T-posing and I would just like try to find every character like that in this art style. So I just had it saved to my phone. And I think I made this in the back of an Uber, like leaving from Jillian's apartment
Oh
in
wow.
New York. I definitely made this in New York.
I think Pikachu fits.
Yeah,
He's
because
like a
Pikachu is a very
yeah,
comforting character.
Yes.
yeah.
Did y'all ever play the Pokemon games?
Yeah, I had
No, I've
blue.
seen people.
Nice. I only played a little bit because you know what I play is that game Pocket Mortys. It's like Pokemon, but it's Rick and Morty themed on the iOS store.
Oh, and is it where like you walk around and stuff?
Yes, it's like Pokemon, but you play as Rick and you collect Mortys.
Ooh, I can get
Oh
into
my
that.
god.
I can hear the judgment in Dave's voice.
No, that's cool. I like, I don't know, I should get back into cell phone games. I like totally, when I got into memeing, I just like completely left like cell phone games behind.
Yeah, it's like what is it? Like running the meme account becomes like the RPG game.
That's
Okay, should we
crazy.
move on to Omnia's meme?
Ooh, okay, yes, I'm excited.
Okay, so I have two that I'm thinking of. One is music related and one isn't necessarily. I'm just gonna send both of them.
Okay. Oh, Okay, I think I'm going to talk about the shitty rappers one.
Okay, so it's an image that it's like that image, a sculpture of someone being dragged by a bird, and the person being dragged as shitty rappers, and the bird says producers.
You know, I think most of my memes, I just see a template on like Reddit or Twitter or something. And then I guess at that time I was mad at a bunch of rappers. But what I really wanted to say in this meme is I wanted to put producers as the bird and then hip hop in its entirety as the man. Because honestly, I think producers just carry the whole genre. That's my opinion. I'm not a music head.
I think that's very fair. Like hip hop producers are, I mean, in my opinion, I guess I think hip hop producers are the best producers just in general, and they're always like trying new sounds and like making it sound really good in a way that I don't think that producers really do in other genre. Not to be a hater on any other genres though.
I don't know. So like with pop music, it's just you have the. I feel like it doesn't really matter. It's just I don't know. It's just the formula that you put with the lyrics. But with hip hop, like if the production is bad, I don't care how good the lyrics are. I'm not gonna hear it. But if the flow is bad, if the lyrics are bad, but the production is good, I can absolutely hear it.
I think that's an
Yeah, I don't.
interesting take. Well, go ahead, Dave.
I was just gonna say a lot of people have that opinion about like some of Jay Dilla's albums. Like his production is amazing, and like not to say that the rapping is bad, but it doesn't really like hit the same level as the production.
I can see that.
That's why Donuts is a classic.
I've used Jay Dilla samples like when I make mixes, but that is very true that I've only sampled like the parts that did not have vocals. But I just realized that now.
My favorite beat on a song is "Explosive" by Dr. Dre. But that
Oh my god.
song is so traumatic to listen to.
Yeah, I
It's
learned that
so
guitar
mean.
part. That was like one of the first like hip hop guitar parts I ever learned. Like do 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 do.
So amazing. But fuck Dr. Dre. I'm saying it. Don't take it off the recording. Fuck Dr. Dre.
What do y'all think about like scam rap?
What is that?
It's like artists like TJ where they'll just like in the song they'll tell a story about scamming.
Oh, I didn't
That's
know
a
that.
genre?
I guess it's like a micro genre.
What other similarities besides the scamming theme?
They tend to use like similar beats, like the beats will it usually sounds a little retro, like maybe similar to video game music, like PS2 era, or like even older than that, like 80s beats and stuff. It's like they'll use beats that doesn't really sound like people would rap over them, but it sound like their delivery is good. It's like very high level of performance, like vocal performance, I guess, in the delivery of the lyrics. But I don't know if you would like. It's like kind of comedic too, almost like a parody.
Who's a scam rapper that I can check out?
Yeah, by the way, same.
TJ, TJX6. Wait, listen to his song called Dynamic Duo featuring Casher Kwan. And also you should listen to the Shitty Boys. They have a song called Game Breaker that's really good. I can send the
I've
links
heard of
after.
Shitty Boys.
Shitty Boys? Oh my god, it's like Shitty Boys
Oh
when
wait,
I
I heard
found out
I
about
heard of them from you and Fatima, I think.
Oh my god. Yeah, we were like obsessed with them for a while cuz like for a while when they were still in high school, they dropped like a mixtape that's so good. It's like low key, I don't think they're quite as good anymore cuz they're trying to be more serious.
Oh, that's a tough transition, but good for them.
Yeah, it's like the lyrics that they write are so good cuz it's the kind of like they make the kind of references and like flexes or whatever that only a high schooler would say.
I remember hearing like a couple of their songs were like when y'all would post.
Shitty Boys Forever.
What a name though.
Yeah, I love musicians who are able to like adopt a comedic persona seriously, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, like they're to be a serious artist, but to incorporate humor into your act, but still be a serious artist. I think that's something that I really admire because it's like that humor really can make people happy.
But it can ruin a song real quick. So yeah, I really do admire people who can do it.
Yeah, so fine line.
All right, Dave, what do you think how this went? I thought it went great.
Yeah, be happy to be on and chatting with you guys.
All right, where do you sell your merch?
Oh no. At the link in my bio.
Link
Where else?
in bio. Band means 666.